me a little bit about Margaret. What is she like as a person? Yeah.
Margie is, she's incredibly social when we go out with readers and we meet people because she loves our readers. Like they're, you know, part of our family. But she is the biggest hermit. She would stay in her house all the time if I did not drag her out.
Cami is like a Tasmanian devil. She is like a cataclysm. She is like a force of nature.
She is the most gifted writer I know. In a way, part of writing this was not just about the dare, but wanting to get Margie to finish something, because she's so incredibly talented and she has had all these pieces of books because she'd always wanted to be a writer.
She's just uncontainable, and my theory about everyone is that their best and worst qualities are all tied up together. So she is Cami the great destroyer and Cami the great creator, and you just gotta kind of ride the wave.
She's also the most loyal person ever.
What I'm really curious to know more about is the superstitious Cami. Where did that start?
I am really superstitious. Margie likes to say that I am exactly like Ava in the book.
That was the inspiration for her, right?
The inspiration for Alma was really a mixture of my great-grandmother and Margie's grandmother, but the superstition is definitely all me. She is wildly superstitious like me. I don't like anyone to talk about anything good happening in advance. Like, I am then convinced that it will not. Margie's the worst one that she has outed me on is I'm really scared to fly, and I have a special necklace with charms just for flying that I've been blessed, and I particularly like to sit next to babies on the plane.
Oh, what is the furthest that you've gone because of being superstitious? What's the thing you've done?
Well, the bravest thing I've ever done was when I was younger, I went to Portugal and Spain on like a group tour, and when we were in Spain, I'm really scared of birds, and that's not a superstition, I'm just scared of birds. And there was an owl that I don't even know how to describe. It was as big as your torso, a giant white owl that had huge talons, and he was like resting on this guy's arm, and supposedly he was this mystical owl of good luck, and if you petted his feathers you would have good luck. And I was so terrified, but I could not resist the possibility that the owl could bring me good luck. So I worked on it for like 25 minutes, and I have a photo I'll have to provide for you of me reaching out very tentatively and touching the mystical owl.
Where do you see yourself? Where do you want to see yourself 10 years from now?
10 years from now, I want to see myself having, I think, grown as a writer. That sounds super cheesy, but like told some different stories and figured out a few more things. I want to be writing. I don't want to be the kind of writer that is trendy or just popular. I want to be the kind of writer that my books have longevity. I want people to be picking up beautiful creatures in 10 years and feel that it's relevant and important as it is now. I think if I can achieve that, you know, I mean, what else is there really? That's the ultimate writing goal, is just to feel like your books live on far beyond you. And I think I'd like to expand the genres I work in and expand the genre I'm working in and kind of like do different things. I have a lot of respect for Holly Black, who just sort of like busted open, you know, her part of the genre, and Suzanne Collins sort of did too, bringing back the dystopian. I mean, those are women who really did something, kind of. So I don't know, I just want to, mostly I'm like any writer where I just want to keep working.
Do you think that it worked out well together, that you had one half of the writing duo was a born writer and the other half was like a born painter, like putting those together into an image?
Yeah, because it's interesting because even though my background is painting, I have written a lot in my life. I wrote poetry all the time in high school. I have like big plastic bins full of it. So we both have these writing inclinations, but Margie has this like true writer's sensibility, whereas for me, it's all more, like I said, I see it in my mind. For me, the weird thing is going to be eventually, Margie and I always talk about, we're going to continue to write these kind of big epic fantasy series together, but we're also going to eventually write something else on our own and then critique and help each other through that. So for me, the weird thing will be like, what will it be like to write something by myself without her? I feel like Margie is very much enmeshed in all of my writing, and I will never be free of her. So it's lucky that I love her.